We'll just reprise Osa Shalom again. Could you put your finger on this side? Just so we can see it. Oh yeah, she just took it. That's fine. Your thing too, yeah. So much. Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. How is everybody doing? Africa, I am out of Africa. Sorry, that was bad. That was bad, yes. Africa was amazing, and if you are staying for dinner this evening, I'm going to talk about the experience, the trip to Africa, and the Abu Udaya, the Jews of Uganda. So, and if you're not staying for dinner, I'm sorry. I am sure I will find other contexts to be able to speak, but I was planning. And one of the reasons that we didn't offer a guest this evening is because, we were concerned that as it's too close to the new year, lots of people might still be away. I don't know if you've driven the freeways in the last couple of days, but it's a pleasure to be in Los Angeles and drive the freeways this week. You can actually get wherever you need to go very quickly because schools are not in session and people are still away. So I thought that this evening I would just share with you some of the highlights, experiences, and whatnot of being with the Abu Udaya community. Hopefully some of you saw the short videos that we sent that were posted in our e-news. But if you missed it, you can always go back and take a look. So I just wanted to start us off. There's a line in tomorrow's Torah portion. I think it's a beautiful line. It's in the very beginning when Judah is about to stand before Joseph and beg Joseph, who he doesn't know is Joseph, to not do what Joseph was threatening to do to Benjamin. And he says, it's so beautiful, Vayigash elav Yehuda, and Judah approached him, Vayomer, and he says to him, Bi Adoni, please my master, Yedaber na avdecha davar be'oznei. Please, my Lord, it's translated here, let your servant appeal to my Lord and not be impatient with your servant. But that's not a good translation. Not a good translation. Yedaber na avdecha davar be'oznei. What does that mean? Yes, let me speak a word into your ears. In other words, can you take a moment and really listen to what I have to say? Now, it's not easy for us at times to be able to be so vulnerable, to look at a person, because we're not on Zoom here, we're not on FaceTime, this is not an email, this is not a telephone call, this is face to face. And Judah opens up his heart and says, can you hear? Can you open up your ears to listen to what I have to say? So I want us to meditate on that and think about what that kind of communication might look like with the people with whom we love. To be able to say, listen to me, really listen to me. And then what does Judah do? But he pours out his heart to Joseph. And does Joseph listen? Yes. Indeed, Joseph does listen. I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. Why does Joseph hear for the first time? But you'll have to come tomorrow morning if you want to hear that sermon. And then I was thinking, what would it be like to say those words not to a loved one, but to God? Because we're here in the midst of a community of prayers, not prayers as in the Siddur prayers, but we are all prayers, people who are praying to God. Could you approach this evening with the same openness of heart and say, God, I am here this evening. Listen to me. Open up your ears, God, and hear what I have to say. Which then requires each one of us to figure out, what do we really want to say in our prayers this evening? What words do we want to speak to God that we hope God hears? So that's my invitation to you this evening, to open your heart, to speak deeply to God. And as you speak deeply to God, perhaps listen carefully to the answer that God provides you. And that may be listening in your heart, it may be listening through what you hear around you, or it may be listening through the words of the Siddur this evening, the prayers that we're going to recite. So hopefully you'll engage, and if not in that way, then in any other way that brings you here this evening. We're going to begin with Yedi Nefesh on page 10. saying the words El Na Rafana La. Where do we hear those words first? El Na Rafana La. Yeah, Moshe says those to God in response to Miriam's illness. And the poet of this poem so beautifully takes them out of context and reapplies them in the second paragraph. If you look in the English, beautiful, splendorous light of the world, my soul is sick with love, God. Please heal her by bathing her in your serene light. My soul is sick with love, God. Please heal her by bathing her in your serene light. Can you imagine that kind of deep love for God? It requires, as I said just a few minutes ago, an openness of heart, a vulnerability, a willingness to speak the words, the deep words of our heart. So again, I encourage, what are those words that you want to offer to God this evening? As we sing on page 11, Lechuna Ranana.
Let us sing, let us love, let us sing, let us love, let us sing, let us love. Lechuna ranana la Adonai, Nariya letzu yishenu. Lechuna ranana la Adonai, Nariya letzu yishenu. Nekadma fana betoda, bismero nariya. Let us sing, let us love. Nekadma fana betoda, bismero nariya. Let us sing, let us love. Lechuna ranana la Adonai, Nariya letzu yishenu. Lechuna ranana la Adonai, Nariya letzu yishenu. Nekadma fana betoda, bismero nariya lo. Nekadma fana betoda, bismero nariya lo. Lai lai lai, lai lai lai, lai lai lai, lai lai lai. Ki nagadonai, nagadonai, shelo yosuyim. Aber if shana kubedo, amar am to elevavhem, hem lo yadu derachai, asher nishbati v'api, im yavou el munachati.
How many of you love singing in front of other people? How many of you would prefer to sing in the shower when nobody's listening? Or in your car to the radio when your windows are rolled up and nobody can hear you? It's hard to be vulnerable, isn't it? To open up our mouth and know that people are going to, we assume, judge us for what it is that we're doing. Vulnerability takes one midah of all midot. Right? What is a midah? A midah is a character trait. To be vulnerable requires what character trait? Confidence, that's a good one. It's not the one I was thinking of, but that's good. Humility, that's another good one. I wasn't thinking about that one either. That's the one I was thinking of. Trust. In Hebrew, bitachon. Bitachon, trust. Judah has unbelievable bitachon in the moment where he says to Joseph, can you open up your ears to hear what it is that I'm about to say? I don't know about you, but trust is a hard thing to come by, isn't it? Right? To really trust, to be vulnerable, to trust. The Altar of Novordek, who was one of the great founders of Musar after Salanter, he was Salanter's student, says that bitachon, trust, is a deep knowing that God delivers what we need in each moment. A deep knowing that God delivers what we need in each moment. What doesn't he say? God delivers what we want in each moment. See, there's a big difference between what we need and what we want. We know what we want. We don't always know what we need. We can't always get what we want. We can't always get what we want. We can try sometime. But God knows what we need. So the question in our speaking to God this evening is to ask ourselves, what is it that we need? What do we need? And perhaps it's an answer that we want to ask ourselves and see if we can answer it as we move to Ya'alos Sadai, Psalm 96 on page 14. And by the way, everything is transliterated, so you can follow along as well. It is bottom of 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines up. Transliterated.
Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 az yadalenu kol atzei az yadalenu kol atzei az yadalenu kol atzei az yadalenu kol atzei Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 Ya'alos Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'alos Sadai ay 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 ay. I'd love to teach you a little part that goes with that. Here it goes. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. See if you can do it. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Keep going. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice.
Let the trees
Of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Beautiful.
or Zarua, page 16.
O Zarua, la tzadik, uyishrei lev simcha. O Zarua, la tzadik, uyishrei lev simcha. O Zarua, la tzadik, uyishrei lev simcha. Uyishrei lev simcha. O Zarua, la tzadik, uyishrei lev simcha.
voices are lifted, we continue to lift our hearts. Page 20, Romemu.
Romemu, Romemu,
Romemu, Romemu.
Romemu, Romemu,
Romemu, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai,
Romemu, Adonai.
Eloheinu,
Eloheinu.
V'hishtachavu lehakodsho, V'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh Adonai. Eloheinu, Romemu, 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 Romemu Adonai. Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. V'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh Adonai. Eloheinu, Romemu.
It's like you don't want it to stop, do you? You do not want it to stop. We rise, page 21, Mizmor LeDavid.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai B'nei, Havul Adonai, Kavod va'oz, ay ay ay, Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemo Ishtachavu Adonai, Ladra Kodesh, Kol Adonai Hamayim.
Before we turn to Lachado D, what did I say the Chazon Ish taught us about bitachon? Do you remember? A deep knowing that God delivers what we need. Not what we want, but what we need, I don't know if you've been meditating on that, but if you haven't, I have one other to offer you as a meditation as we go through Lecha Dodi. Another, perhaps, understanding of bitachon. What was bitachon? Trust, that's right. Bitachon was trust. It is the Chazon Ish, Rabbi Avraham Isaiah Karlitz, who said, everything that we experience in this world has greater meaning, even if it's not immediately apparent to us. Shall I say it again? Yes. Okay. Everything we experience in this world has greater meaning, even if it's not readily apparent to us. Now, is that not a beautiful definition of bitachon, of trust?
And when you said it, first thing, God works in mysterious ways.
That's right. Like we struggle often with what is, wondering why is it this way? And so what the Chazon Ish is inviting us to think about is, can we go deep into what is and try to understand that what is actually a lesson for us in this moment. It may not be something that we want if we combine the first and the second understanding of bitachon, but it is something maybe that we don't even need, but it's something that can provide us an important lesson. So take a moment and think about what might be going on in your life right now that needs a little bit deeper exploration. What might be happening in your life that requires you to say, I have no idea why this is happening right now. There is no apparent reason for this. And yet, I trust in God. I trust and that there is meaning in what is happening. And it's for me to figure that out. That's my work. Lecha Dodi, page 23.
So you might recognize this as one of Stevie Wonder's creations, trying to prepare you for MLK Shabbat in a couple weeks. This is Isn't She Lovely, to Lecha Dodi. We're doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Here we go. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala. Shemor b'zachor, b'dibuchai, hishmi'anu, el hamyuchad. Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'lithilah. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberacha, merosh mekerem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala. Page 24. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva oreh, kumi uri, uri, shedaberi, kevod alai alai מתוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקרא קלה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא
I must say, I have never heard Lecha Dodi to Stevie Wonder. Now I'm going to want more. Now I'm going to want more. Our Psalm for Shabbat, page 27.
There's some more Stevie for you. It goes perfect. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך special thank you to most of my string ensemble, Kelly and Circe, who are joining us tonight, and come back for our concert on February 2nd here. So excited.
We'll be here. Page 29, our final psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat before we move into Mariv.
Adonai malach geud lavesh, lavesh Adonai oz hitazar. Avtikon tevel baltimot, nachon kisacha me'az me'olam ata. Naseu naharot Adonai, Naseu naharot kolam. Yesu, 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 naharot tocham. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim mishpereyam. Adir, 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 bamarom Adonai. Edotecha ne'emu me'od, leveitcha na'ava kodesh. Adonai le'orech yamim, Adonai le'orech yamim. Naseu naharot Adonai, Naseu naharot kulam. Yesu, 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 naharot tocham. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim mishpereyam. Adir, 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 bamarom Adonai.
Above the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, Adonai stands supreme in the heavens. Those are the words we just sang. Above the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, life is a mystery. God is a mystery. What happens in our life is oftentimes a mystery. And yet, bitachon, trust in God, is the answer to that mystery. We rise for the Baruch as we turn to page 39.
Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, 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 lai, 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Lai, 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 yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, lai, lai.
You may be seated. We continue Baruch atah Adonai.
Ma'avir yom u'mein laila, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבי.
Amen.
תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 41.
ומלכותו ברצון, קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל. Sorry, I skipped something. Thank you. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem Emet. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה בני ישראל לך נשירה בשמחה רבה ואמרים כולם.
Page 44, מי כמוך.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מלכותך רבניך Eloheinu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen. Our prayer for peace, Hashkivenu, page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu L'chaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Ufros aleinu sukkah shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukkah shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukkah shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen.
In a minute, we're going to stand for Vishamru and then go into Chatzi Kaddish and then the Amidah. So a meditation for the Amidah. I'm going to give you one more quote of Bitachon. You've already discovered that a deep knowing that God delivers what we need. You've also thought about that sometimes we experience things that we don't see the meaning apparently in the moment, but we need to dig deep. And the last is Rabbi Menachem Mendel Leffen of Satnov. And he says, if worry comes to your heart, it is a warning from God who loves you. Examine your deeds and take counsel with those whose advice you seek. When you have fulfilled God's will, trust God, and your serenity will return. One more time. If worry comes to your heart, take it as a warning from God who loves you. Examine your deeds and take counsel with those whose advice you seek. When you have fulfilled God's will, trust God, and your serenity will return. We rise for Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat לדורות ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את HaShabbat, לעשות את HaShabbat לדורות ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. Shabbat ושמרו בני ישראל השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד יברח לרתי וימלך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון, ובחיידךו בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה לעילה מן כה ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן ועלמה ואמרו אמן.
Page 47, the silent Amidah.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד יברח לרתי וימלך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון ובחיידךו בישראל, בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם לעולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כה ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמה ואמרו תתקבל סלותכון ובאותכון תכו ישראל קודם אבוהון דבשמיא ואמרו יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
I think because we're going to be having dinner in a few minutes, we'll skip Kiddush in here and we'll do kiddush in the social hall before dinner, and instead we'll jump to our birthday and anniversary celebrations. So, what month are we in? And what month are we celebrating? December. The logic of that. So, who had a birthday in December? Happy birthday. You are welcome to share whatever you want to share about your birthday. It could be the date. It could be the age. Would you like to share anything?
It was Beethoven's birthday.
What date is that?
16th of December.
16th of December. Happy birthday, Michelle. Anybody else? Yes.
December 29th.
December 29th. Day after Carolyn's birthday.
December 28th, my 48th year in sobriety and cleanliness.
Congratulations, Michael. Anybody else have a birthday? Next. December 14th. What year did you celebrate?
2020.
Anybody else have a birthday? Okay, what about an anniversary in December? Yeah, how many years, guys? 34 years. Beautiful. Yes, how many? 36. Double high. Very nice. Yeah? 59. Where are you taking us for your 60th? No, of course. Who else? Anybody else? Okay, well, we have a special song that we sing to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. Reb Nachman of Wroclaw, who says, what is the main thing in life? The main thing in life, it's true, it's not to be afraid, but it's also to celebrate and be joyful. He who suffered from clinical depression said the main thing in life is to be joyful. And that is the song that we're about to sing. So join us, B'simcha Tamid, to always be happy.
Mitzvah gedolah להיות בשמחה תמיד, בשמחה תמיד. מצווה גדולה להיות בשמחה תמיד, בשמחה תמיד. It's a beautiful thing to gather and sing, a mitzvah to be happy always. The joy that we bring as our voices ring will fill our hearts and fill our days. Mitzvah gedolah להיות בשמחה תמיד, בשמחה תמיד. מצווה גדולה להיות בשמחה תמיד, בשמחה תמיד. בשמחה תמיד, בשמחה תמיד.
Everybody who celebrated a birthday and anniversary in this past month, may you find deep meaning in your life. May you understand the mitzvah and the midah of bitachon. And may all of the blessings that you have deep in your heart come true in this year and many years to come. We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונה, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שבונה את השמיים והארץ. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz. Bayom hahu, yihyeh Adonai echad. U'shemo echad.
You may be seated. This week we remember those whose yard sites are this week. May their memories continue to inspire and encourage us in our remembering their loss. And we remember this week the loss of the last 2 weeks, Louis Lorge, husband of June Lorge, Jack Friedman, father of Nancy Pipolo, and Harleen Sosin, thank you, mother of Beth Shore. All those in mourning and those observing a yard site, we invite you to rise. Kaddish Yatom is on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash merabah. Ve'alma divrach yurtei v'yamlith malchutei. V'chayekom yomechom v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael. V'agalau v'zman karib Zamru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei
Rabam
rabam
v'rach le'olam olamei amaya.
Yitbarach v'Shabbat v'Pa'ar v'Tomam v'Naseh. V'Yitagar v'Yitalel v'Yitalal Shmei Kushav Leila mikol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran ve'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabba min Shemaya V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom v'Roma Hu ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who brings peace to heaven bring peace to each and every one of you. Say Amen. You may be seated. Couple of quick announcements. First, January 17th, Friday night in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. MLK Interfaith Service. Join us at 7:30 p.m. as Cantor Jenny Asher has put together a very meaningful and beautiful interfaith and MLK Shabbat service. Also join us Saturday evening, January 25th at 6:30 p.m. for our Sisterhood Havdalah and Torah Fund dinner, where we honor Norma Fink, Karen Nebel, Justina Schiller, and Heather Shuhead. You do need to RSVP for that. You can always check our HAMAKOM e-news or go online for other wonderful events that are taking place in the congregation. And one additional special request. If you count yourself as an older adult, you decide what that means. There is going to be a focus group on January 15th at 11:30 till 1 o'clock to think about and discuss future programming for our older adults, particularly centered around perhaps an art maker space in the upper building. So if you are interested and willing to participate in this focus group and want to share your thoughts on what we as a community should be doing for our older adults, and you decide whether you're in that category or not, please join us on Wednesday, the 15th of January at 11:30 a.m. here at the synagogue.
And come to the concert on February 2nd.
And February 2nd, absolutely, the concert. What time is it at?
3:30.
Cantor?
Sunday, February 2nd.
3:30. Do
There
you
is
need
an
to
RSVP on the website.
There you go. We are going to conclude our service with Oseh Shalom, and then if you signed up for the dinner, even if you didn't and you're hungry, we'll find room for you. Don't tell the caterer I just said that. And you'll just pay during the week. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom bimroma, Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom.
Sure, yeah.
Bye.